And welcome to my space. I'm Sherry Pluskota, your host for the evening. And while we wait for Maurice to join us, I will kind of get us going. Hey, ASG, how are you?
Doing all right.
Awesome. I see Maurice is in the room. Maurice, if you just hit that request button in the bottom left corner, that is the quickest way to get us a microphone for you. There you go. Can you hear me, Maurice? Just click the microphone on the bottom left.
Yeah, this is the first time I did this.
No worries. Let me walk you through what the space looks like just for future reference. Okay, down at the bottom, of course, is your microphone on and off. And when you're not talking, I'd appreciate it if you shut it off. Just because of background noise, it just helps when the microphones are cut off when when you're not speaking. Next to the microphone button is a little magic wand. And you click on that, it's just different kinds of sound effects, which we try to stay away from while we're doing the space for obvious reasons, right? Okay, then next to that is just a little people's icon, and that just shows you who's in the space and what their role is. Then there's a little heart, which if you click on that, that'll give you emojis here in the space. And our audience members typically will use those the most often. Then there's a pair of scissors that you can clip a sound bite using those scissors. And then in the far right is a chat box. If one of our listeners wants to ask a question but doesn't want to get a microphone or make a comment, they'll put it in that chat box. And we tend to go down and look at that from time to time just to ask any questions that people may have, but don't want to come up and actually ask the question themselves. Then at the top right, of course, is an exit button. We ask that you stay away from that. Although, if you do hit that in error, just go out and come back in, and of course, you can get the microphone right back. So, that's a little tour of what a space looks like. Let me give you some information and a proper introduction. So, first, I'd like to thank my sponsor, Elevator Results. If you need a tailor made workout plan to help you lose weight or gain weight, Elevator Results can design that plan. Follow them on Twitter and check out their site at elevatorresultspt.com. Tonight's interview is long time coming, and I'd like to say that maybe my recent daily trolling of Maurice may have helped a small part in making this happen. Maurice Hawkins is originally from St. Louis. He and his wife and four children currently reside in South Florida. Maurice is currently leading the WSOP ring circuit ring race with 21 rings. Amazing. Amazing accomplishments that are often overlooked because of his big personality on and off the felt. Maurice has total life earnings on Hendon Mob at over 6.7 million. His best life cash is over 280,000 for his 35th place finish in the WSOP main event in 2023. Welcome, Maurice. I'm glad you agreed to join me this evening.
No problem. You seem like a nice person.
Well, thank you. And I'm looking forward to our conversation. And I'm going to tell you the last 24 hours since I posted that I was going to interview you today, I
Mhm.
have been getting just bombarded with questions and comments. And
Sure.
honestly, it's been crazy.
It's beautiful. It's probably really good for your show. Trust me.
Well, and I appreciate that. And
Oh, yeah.
honestly, I'm just fascinated, right? Like most people, we're curious. We want it, we have a morbid curiosity sometimes. And, we see stuff on social media that makes that curiosity heightened, right? And we want to be in the know and we want to know now. And all of those things I think are true for all of us, no matter what the subject matter is. And I I want to, pay homage to the poker player you are before we get into the weeds. And so tell me how, I noticed that your first Hendon Mob entry was in 2005. How did you get started playing poker?
I was in college to be a doctor, and I was playing football as well at Alabama A&M and then Bethune Cookman, and I ended up getting hurt, and I walked into a casino while I was hurt, and that's pretty much where my mind and my love for the game sparked. Playing sit and goes at Seminole Hard Rock before it was built, the old Seminole.
Oh,
It was
wow.
smoky, and it was you felt like you lost your life every time you walked in there. And it was just sit and goes, $200 sit and goes, I think it was, or 125s, and then the biggest one was a 275, and they were Omaha sit and goes, and then they moved to Texas Hold'em right around the time when Moneymaker, did the whole World Series.
2003.
Yeah,
And I'm going to
right.
tell you that, I don't have to tell you, but I'm telling my audience, his first Hendon mob was for like $11,000, which is so impressive because you were relatively new to the game of poker. So,
Yeah, I mean, when I first started playing poker, I thought King Queen offsuit was the nuts, and I just would shove that, and I would have long conversations with different poker players about that, and they thought I was lost my mind, and I thought I knew what I was talking about. But yeah, it was just fun. I was making like $200 a weekend, and I thought it was the best thing ever.
you were high rolling it, huh?
Yeah, baller for real.
Is there anybody you have faced on the felt that you truly enjoyed playing against?
Um, I wouldn't say there's a specific person I enjoy playing against. I would say that I enjoy competition, believe it or not, over everything else. I enjoy a person that gives me a thrill, makes my brain work in a different way, takes different lines against me, and over it all, I love when a person confuses me, because to me everything is a science project, and I'm just trying to find the algorithm or the way to win, so to speak.
Right.
And I enjoy competition. So, I mean, when I'm playing a poker tournament, I really don't look at first until around we get three, four-handed, whenever ICM comes in playing.
Well,
So,
it's
yeah.
interesting you brought that up because I asked people to submit questions because I knew that we would be, like there would be a lot to this interview. And I thought if I could just speed up part of it by getting questions submitted for those that maybe don't want to come in and ask the questions themselves, it would speed it up. And one of the questions was, let me find it. Um, when you go to play a tournament, are you focused on the ring or the cash and the rate of the return?
I'm really focused on the win, not the ring, not the cash. I just want to be in first place.
Got it.
I want to win that day. I want to win that moment. I want to win that dinner break. I want to win get into the top 10%. I want to win the top 5%. And then once I get there, I want to win for myself, because I have a belief system that we should seize every moment and seize every day. And I feel like if I don't seize that moment, I will never get it back, because poker's not like other sports or other things. You don't get that day back. So
Right.
that's my belief system.
What are the
So
most times you've rebought into a poker tournament?
the most times I bought into a poker tournament, I would say at the Palm Beach Kennel Club, I bought in probably 12 times, but that was a multi-day flight. It was six in one flight and then 12 total. But I
Right.
ended up winning for, I think it was 200 some thousand. Yeah.
Nice.
But
Nice.
it doesn't, I don't think you really focus on trying to, how much you have to buy in. I think you just want to play every hand proper, because at the end of the day, if you feel that you have a good win rate when you get to the final, to the money, then how many times you buy in should really matter. Some people focus on trying to look good doing it. I just try to focus on playing each hand proper. I think ChatGPT told me that I have a 10% win rate when I cash, so it
Oh,
doesn't really matter.
got
Yeah,
it.
so
Got it. Well, and this has kind of been a topic I've been discussing with all of my guests the entire 2025. And it really started with your pal Cody and him at the Beau Rivage last
his name
year.
Cody. Cody. You said poker. His name's
Yeah,
Cody.
Cody, and
Yeah.
him rebuying in 36 times into that $400 tournament. And shortly after, I interviewed him and we talked about it, right? And so from that point on, I've been asking my guest, like Maurice, if we're going to if the world of poker is going to put a new rule into place and we want your input, what we're going to do is limit the number of rebuys into all tournaments in the world. How many rebuys do you think players should be allowed to have?
Two.
Oh, two.
Max. I'm more of a freeze out guy. I'm from the standard place where freeze outs was a thing. So I prefer we brought down the rebuy period to 6 levels
Right.
and only get two rebuys max. I mean, I'm for that. I'm for no rebuys. I'm actually pro less rebuys, so to speak,
Well,
because I enjoy the fact that if you chase a flush draw and you don't play it properly, that you get to go home that day.
right. And I'm
So
going to tell you, Cody, and I need to go back and listen, but I want to say he said four. I think I remember him saying four rebuys is what he thinks the limit is, which is hilarious because he rebought in 36 times and
yeah,
he's
I mean,
known.
when you know you're gonna win, it doesn't matter how
Right.
many times you
Right.
lose.
And
But
his thing was, look, Sherry, as long as they're going to let me do it, I'm going to do it. Right. And here we are.
yeah, I mean,
I mean,
that's just it's standard because if he gets, so you got to understand. Say he puts $8,000 into a tournament. I don't care if it's 5 buy-ins or 6 buy-ins or 10 buy-ins. If Cody gets deep with chips, he's going to likely final table, and then I would say 30% of the time he's going to win. So, I mean, the people who really concentrate on the fact that someone's buying in multiple times or how many times they're buying in, they're just trying to diminish the fact that it's just legendary actions that's going on. Plus, another thing you have to really look at is um, it's just this win rate. So, I
right.
mean, that's pretty much it comes down to
Right.
it.
And
So,
we
yeah.
also discussed, we discussed how is it for a new player at that table? Because some of the times he was able to rebuy and stay at the same table.
It puts them at a massive
Right.
disadvantage. Rebuys favor the guy who plays every day
Right.
or the person who has better game theory. Rebuy tournaments, if you tell a person that they can rebuy and there's 5 flights, I hate 5 flights. I wish there was only two. But if there's 5 flights and the guy can rebuy as many times as he wants, his average stack going in day two is going to be roughly 60 to 70 bigs. That's a huge disadvantage for a person who's a trained poker player to having 60 to 70 bigs in day two in the money with a 10% of the field.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
but we don't make the rules up. We
Right.
don't design the rules. We play by the rules of that facet.
Of
So
course. And I
if
think
they're going
that's,
to allow you,
for us, that's been the discussion over the last year. And, that discussion is starting to get wheels now. And so, we have to think about the experience for everybody, the new player, the experienced player, the pro that this is their life playing, So looking at it from all points of view, is it good for the game? And so that's kind of what the discussion has been.
I personally think that is bad for the game
Yep.
because you have people that can't control themselves. And then before you had a typical player who thought he was decent or a break even player that's going to find out he's not break even, he would last like 6 months or 8 months. But now with unlimited rebounds, that guy lasts like one stop, two stops
Right.
max. And then he has to go back and figure his life out. So like it's really bad.
Well, and I
But yeah.
agree with you. I think it's bad for the game, the overall game. And I really, we're trying to bring new people into the game. And could you imagine if a new player is at that table and somebody's going all in blind and just re-bullet, re-bullet.
Listen, I understand, but the game is the
I
game.
get it.
You
No,
know, game
I'm
is the
with you.
game.
Those are the
You
rules.
said
They're going by it.
poker's one of those only situation, sports or game or whatever you want to call it, where caveat situations where you could sit down with a guy who's legendary. You don't get to do it in golf. You don't get to do it in basketball. You get to do that,
Right.
and you're gonna get taken advantage of if the rule allows it.
Right. Right.
Just is what it
And
is.
poker is full of anglers, and if that's within the rules, then it's not an angle, right?
I don't know if it's the angle, if it's in the
That's
rules.
right.
I mean, somebody going all in and leaving one chip back. Is that an angle? No, it's in the rules. I don't do it. I think it's silly, but everybody has the reasons they do things. But it's part of the rules. When the money bubble is four away and people start tanking every 30 seconds, and now you have 8 people tanking 30 seconds. You're losing 4 minutes on the
Yep.
clock. It's in the rules.
Yep.
They are taking their 30. It's not. I mean, these people have to understand that you get away from crying about what the rules are and just become a person that plays within the lines and win. I mean,
I agree. I totally agree. Now, before we continue, I want to say a few things. Some of the questions I'm going to ask you.
they're gonna be rude, evil, and
No,
hateful. You can ask me what. It's okay. I don't do many interviews. You seem like a nice lady. I didn't know why you put my name in your. You tagged my name. You said takes down Maurice Hawkins because this lady knocked me out of the tournament. I thought it was funny, and then you prefaced it by something that made me spark up. I said let's do this. So you can ask me whatever you want. Somebody can call in. I mean, if they can call in, they can ask questions. The internet. I mean, 90% of the people who don't know me hate me. Or no, well, I was just say 30% of the people who don't know me hate me. The 80 to 90% that do know me love me, and 10% whatever. The numbers are what they
and I
are.
get
People
it.
just hate
I get it. And I
people love me.
appreciate your kind words.
So
And I always try to treat all of my guests with fairness and respect.
listen,
So,
listen. I'm an open book. You can ask me
all right,
whatever you want.
here we go.
Let's go.
Buckle
Let's
up.
go. Let's go. Let's do what we do.
Okay, so
Let's go.
first of all, I want to say for the record that Poker News put on my announcement of our interview today that that I should be sure not to do a fluff interview. So I encourage them to submit questions that they think should,
Yeah.
that they think have not been asked yet, and they have not
Yeah.
submitted anything. Just for the record, none of these questions are from them. They're from my listeners and friends and people that some of them are from folks that just never grab a microphone but had questions. So I'm just going to start with some of them and then we'll switch up to some other topics and go back to questions. So, um, do you think you deserve to be in the Poker Hall of Fame?
I mean, you already know the answer to that, man. If you put my numbers against anybody's numbers, I'm the goat, man. I mean, I literally win every year. Some people say that they pay their bills off of poker. I mean, are they a poker professional? I literally pay my bills off of poker, and I support me, my family, my ex, my friends, my college friends, and some other people, and I jack off a lot of money. So at the same time, listen, I am a professional. I went on every level. I played the WPT, final table, EPT, almost final table, circuit leader. Every stop I go to, I print. I
You
mean, what do
are
you
a
think?
winning poker player.
What do you think?
Nobody
I mean,
could ever
this is not
look,
this is not
nobody could
hidden.
ever say that you're not. That is for sure.
So that is the Hall of Fame, right?
Well, but
I mean,
when you look at those rules, and we saw just
well,
about every rule bent last year, but it's okay. We're going to just stick with the rules that are in place right now.
yeah, go
Um,
ahead.
but when you look at the rules, they mention it, um, attitude, integrity, what you give back to the
Listen,
game, and blah, blah, blah. And
I'm not from that place.
we all know that politics are involved.
Yeah, I don't really care about the Poker Hall of Fame. All I care about is providing for my family and being the best. And everybody, whoever's anybody, know that they don't want me on their table. So I'm my own Hall of Famer. I am the Hall of Fame.
Good for
So
you. Good for you.
you know, they can have their rules. They can try to do whatever they want to do. At the end of the day, this month I'm gonna cash for at least 100 grand. Next month I'm gonna cash for at least 100 grand. And before the end of the year, I'm gonna make $1 million. So if that ain't the Hall of Fame, I don't know what is.
I hear
So that's
you.
okay.
I hear you. And I think, and you have tweeted in the past that you're the GOAT, right? And have you ever been approached to become an ambassador for any brand, or is that something you would even want to do?
A lot of people try to get me to start up my own brand, which I'm actually in the works of starting my own clothing line. But I I was an ambassador for a poker site called Poker Host, I believe it was a long time ago, and I just didn't like how that felt. I'm more of a I don't really wear jerseys. I'm more of a like I promote myself kind of guy.
Gotcha.
I wasn't in a sorority. I don't believe in fraternities. I was a football player. I'm just not into that whole group. I don't really like to confine to one certain. I like to just be who I am. You either love me or you hate me.
Got it.
So if that answers the
Got
question.
it. What's the beef with Poker News?
They slander my name every chance they get. They write my well. This last article actually wasn't that slanderous at all, but the previous ones were very slanderous. They anytime I do anything successful, they bring up one situation I had with Randy a while I would say 8 years ago, and they just keep beating on a dead drum. I mean, that's the beef, and they don't ever give me a reprieve. In my opinion, that's what I feel.
Okay, and that, hey, you're entitled to your feelings, that's for sure. What is your balance still owed to Randy?
He has a judgment on me for like 100,000 and 110. But a month ago, we came to terms where I'm paying him 2,500 a month to up to 40,000, and then we are going to wash it clean, and we're going to move on past that.
Well, and I'm going to tell you something.
It was actually 5 days
In
ago,
the spirit
4 days
of your
ago.
own words, and your words were literally, and I quote, literally trying to come to terms and start a new year in a positive direction, end of quote. In the spirit of your own words, and I did the math since 2017, you've earned $4,384,754. So in
Mhm.
the spirit of your own words and that 4.3 million in winnings, why not just pay the man, clear your name and hands of the matter? Like, don't
Well,
you think it's holding you back in some areas of your own life?
Well, it's not holding me back because I'm going to keep on winning, and nobody can stop me from winning, and nobody can stop me from playing. But um, I don't want to really talk about the fact of the reason that things went down like it went down because me and him have come to terms on that.
Perfect.
I would just say that I can tell you that I'm in a period where I don't want anybody to have anything to say about me. Before I would just go and like you're the first person I let do an interview with me for real, other than one other guy. I I'm not a fan of I don't believe that you give me my power, nor do I believe that anybody gives you power. If you listen to the four agreements, people tend to show you how they feel about a situation, how they're feeling in their life,
Right.
and they reflect that onto you. And so when they're feeling really good, they praise you, and when they're really feeling low, they talk down on you. And people will build you up, and then the tear down will be that much bigger. So I'm not really a fan of really caring about what people say. That's the reason why I don't really comment until recently. But in that same word, I would like to say that I am moving in a positive direction in a positive way. So me and Randy have come to terms. He's gonna get paid the 2,500 every month, and hopefully he can have a great life. And I know I'm gonna have a great life, and we can move forward.
Well,
If that
and
answers your
and
question.
I'm going to tell you something good for both of you because you both deserve to move on from that situation. And I'm going to tell you, um, sometimes we get our teeth into something and we just can't let it go. But when we
Well,
do, it's so freeing. And I feel
You have
like,
to, you have to, not to cut you off, but you have to realize that, I mean, people are emotional. And sometimes we have our ego or our super ego telling us that we need to carry situations on in a certain manner. So sometimes you can be, even
true,
if you can control your emotions, you can be like, I'm not doing this, and the hell with you. You said this, and
true.
and sometimes you just have to grow up and be like, no matter what was said, no matter how it was done, no matter what the person has done to you, you have to move on, and you have to say that that's the past and let's just move in a positive light.
Well, and I'm
So
going to tell you, people want to cheer for you. People want to cheer for your success on the felt. And
well
and I'm
well the
telling you,
thing
that's
is,
the truth. People want to cheer for you.
yeah, well, that's cool. I appreciate the people that want to cheer for me, and I really wish the people who don't really know me would just keep their damn mouth shut. But yeah, there you go. I'm
No,
sorry,
that's
go ahead.
okay. All right,
Yeah,
I'm going to ask you a few more questions on the list.
yeah, go ahead.
What? Let me see. What does your backing deal usually look like? How much do you keep for yourself? Keep of yourself.
I mean, I got all kind of great backing deals. I mean, I got backing deals where people just put the money up with no makeup and I get 50%. I got backing deals where people put up the full thing with full makeup and I get 65%. I got backing deals where people put up money and I get 70%. I mean, I'm a winner, so they all different type of deals look great. And then I got when I back myself. So it
Right.
really just depends on the moment, the time, and the person.
Now,
So
before we get knee deep into other things, because I brought up the staking, you've had, the staking go bad with the deal go bad with Randy and most recently with Denise. Why not use a staking site versus a
yeah.
one-on-one type of?
I don't those staking. First of all, staking sites like to buy people at 1.1 and 1.2, 1.3, 1.25, and that's basically where a person puts up, say, $110 or $1,100 for 10% of you.
Right,
Um, I am way past that. That's for people that need people to put them in. I don't really need people to put me in tournaments. I live in the best part of Florida. I actually have cash to put myself in. It's more about leverage. And it's more so about working with people who can later down the line put you in really big spots, like maybe a 25K or 50K and maybe even 100K. So it's all about building up to more leverage.
right.
And those staking sites are very, I guess they're actually more so for the person buying action than it is for the person getting bought, so to speak.
Oh,
And on top of that, I really don't need it. So that's the real reason.
all right. Um, Here's another question that was submitted. How many rings did you win in under the table deals?
Zero.
Are those all just rumors?
Yeah, I've never bought a ring. I've never did an under the table deal. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. The only deal I've ever did was we play for 40, 30,000. We play for 40,000. We chop up the money and play 40,000 in a ring. I've never in my life bought a ring or did anything like that. And if there was a rumor about that, which I've never heard, that had to be somebody else.
Yeah, and
Because
I'd
any
never heard it until this person submitted the
no,
question, and I was like,
people
"Wait,
just say
what?"
people just be they be just throwing stuff out, just trying to see what sticks.
It's
I mean,
crazy.
never, nunca.
It's crazy. Okay, here's another question that was submitted. How can you, in good conscience, buy into tournaments while still owing people money?
You know what? This is the funniest thing in the world. I love the fact that they say people. Why don't they just say Randy? But this is the funniest thing in the world. Whoever or whatever, what group of people are listening right now? Yes, Randy has a judgment for me, and under the United States laws, I owe him money.
Right.
That's factual. Okay, but if you look at people who play poker, some of these people owe people money too. Why is everybody so fascinated with my pockets, bro? I really don't know how to answer that question. Good conscience, what? Oh, somebody I have to play poker to make money, right? Like
Right.
I play poker to make money. So I have to buy into a tournament to make money. So if I don't buy into the tournament, I can't ever pay him back. So that question is kind of silly to me, but whatever.
People are curious. Okay, here's another question. If your wages were garnished at the WSOP, would you stop playing those events?
No, because I'll just keep winning. My wages aren't garnished. So, what kind of question is this?
I'm just I'm honoring my listeners.
No, no, yeah, go ahead, go
Okay.
ahead, bro. Well, I mean, they only can garnish me because of one situation, which I've already said that
Right.
we have an agreement and I'm paying. So I don't. What else now? I'm just curious to what else they're gonna come up with because
Oh,
now
just
that
wait.
now no, no, what I'm just saying now that I'm paying Buddy, and I'm going to keep winning, which I'm going to always keep winning because I don't play like them. I don't play by solvers and game theory, this chart and that chart and all that stuff. The fact that I know how to beat everybody and every type of player, what they gonna hate on now? Go ahead, I'm waiting. Come on, waiting. Go ahead.
All right. Do you stake other people?
Yes, of course.
And besides buying pieces, of course. Um, And I think you already answered this question. The question is, do you care about your reputation?
No, I don't really care about reputation. Recently, I just wanted to start shutting up trolls because I'm getting just over them. These people are annoying, and so at this point, I just want people to keep my name out their mouth. I don't care about a reputation as much as I care about them. Just don't talk about me if you're gonna talk about negative stuff.
Right. Right.
If you're just gonna make up things, then don't talk to me. If you're going, you could say this happened, that happened, but if it's gonna be negative, just keep my name out your mouth. I don't talk about you, so why are you talking about me?
Well, I think sometimes you may give them a little ammunition.
It's all right though. Shoot, you take a shot at the king, don't miss.
Okay,
It's
do
all good.
you now that you've won so many rings, does getting a bracelet matter anymore to you?
Bro, listen, I mean I made the final table, the Millionaire Maker, Monster Stack, the marathon. I mean, I even made back-to-back final tables in the WSOP bracelet events, 6 day events in the same two in 1 week and then the next week.
Right.
But like if you know beating 9,000 people for $1,000 $1,000 buy-in is really tough.
Absolutely.
I mean, if I get a bracelet, if I win during that time, I would love doing it. I mean, I've won the Cherokee Main twice last year, and that had thousands of people in it. If it happened during the summer, I would have had a bracelet. Instead, I just got 700,000. Not really caring about. I guess that goes down to caring about what people think about me. Like, look, I should have won the main event when I got 32nd, but whatever.
Hey, one of these days, I think you're going to
It's
have
gonna
that
happen.
bracelet.
Don't worry.
Yeah, I
Don't
think
worry.
so. I
Don't
believe.
worry. I'll tell you, I've never been as clear minded as I am in 2026. So I wouldn't put a limit on anything. Let's just put it
Good
like
for
that.
you. How do you give back to the poker community?
The poker
Yeah.
community. I have a couple of students. I had 2 students last year. Had 3 students the year before. I had 4 students the year before. I helped them with their game. People that I felt really loved the game, had a passion. I had a student that didn't pay me $1. I helped her. I went on that women's league one time, WPA, and did a 30-minute or 45-minute conversation with them and gave them little lessons. I don't really understand what giving back to them. The poker community didn't do a damn thing for me. So I don't know if do I have to do that? Is that something that's standard? Because, I
Well,
mean, I don't understand.
and I think I look at it a little differently because I think that the poker community provides opportunity for you to succeed. And so, giving back to the community for me is I host meetup games. I host this
Okay.
space and do interviews so that people can get in, can ask questions or even, communicate with someone that, they live 10,000 miles away from.
All
Um,
right. I get what you're trying to say. Okay, I can tell you one instance where I felt loved by the poker community. It was when the dude said a racial slur at the WSOP about 9 years ago, and everybody stood up for that, and they banned the guy. He was from Italy or where he was from, and they sent him home. I felt embraced by the poker community. But outside of that one moment, the poker community as a whole, I wouldn't say has been very nice to Maurice Hawkins. And it's just and I am antagonistic and I come from a different world where we go at our competitors and we talk shit and we have a good time, but we stay within the rules with it. And maybe people aren't used to that. But they have to understand that my background is I was an outside linebacker from St. Louis City and I was brought up like that. And I am who I am because that's what we do where I'm from. So I did feel embraced by the poker community in that moment. But if I don't have money to buy into a tournament, who's gonna buy me in if I wasn't good? Um,
well, some of the
what,
poker community staked you.
listen, what I'm trying to say. People didn't start staking me until I started having a really, really high win rate. When I was better than the people who were coming up at the same time as me back in 2003, 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, nobody put any money behind me. It wasn't until I win consistently that people decided that they wanted to be a part of it. So we have a different viewpoint on what the poker community's done to me. because I actually had to really make a living doing this game.
Well,
I had
and
to
I'm
take
going
my
to just give you a little bit of background. My daughter was a professional tennis player. She played in college, four-time All-American tennis player, and she went into the pros. And much like golf and poker, you don't get any type of backing deals until you're successful and proven yourself. And we always were like, like literally, fuck off. We don't need you then, right? We need you when we're
Yeah, exactly my
struggling.
point. That's my point because they're not with you when you can't pay your bills and you sitting there looking at the wall saying, "Damn, it's the tournament down the street, but I can't get in that tournament."
But
You know what I'm saying? That's I don't know.
well, and I
I'm different.
get it. I guess my
I'm
point
different.
is I get it. But at the same token, unless that opportunity was there, could that success ever come?
What you talking about? Poker itself? If the tournament didn't exist?
Right.
Well, if it didn't exist, then I would just be in school being a surgeon.
Well,
I
and
mean, that's.
maybe
I
I
mean,
guess
what's the difference? I mean, if you saying because it exists and I can win at it, I should feel thankful for the people who created it. No, I don't. No, I'm not like that.
I think we should be thankful for those that came before us, the Mike
I mean,
Sextons of the world.
listen,
Um,
I'm thankful for God. I'm not.
I,
I'm not thankful for people, but I understand what you're saying. We can
and
agree.
I too am thankful for God
Yeah.
too. So, okay, so let me go back to some of these questions, shall we?
Go
All
ahead.
right. What advice would you give someone starting in the poker world that you would like to see succeed?
Oh, oh. Write down your goals. Change them every day. Be focused on your strategy, not someone else's. Be the best version of yourself and don't gamble outside of poker, of course.
Right. And that gets a lot of people into trouble. All right. How many people or companies have you sued for defamation of character? Are there any pending cases?
I'm not commenting on that because these
Uh,
people keep on playing with me. They're gonna find out real soon.
all right. No problem. Um, I'm trying to stay within I could be jumping all over the place, so I'm trying to stay like kind of contained before I go into the next subject, if that makes any sense whatsoever,
Go
because
ahead.
there's a lot of information to cover. In an interview you did with Byron Johnson a few months ago, you thanked Jungle Man for his support and even him recommending a lawyer for arbitration with
I did.
Denise.
That was amazing until recently.
Yeah, what's
Hold on one
changed?
second. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Swan, can you cut the air down? Make it colder, like 70. Thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah, like what's changed,
When he moved, when I don't know what got into that guy. Um, Denise did an arbitration with me.
right?
Denise, it was found that no fraud was committed. It was found that no repayment was to be made. That sounds like vindication. Poker News, Matt Berkey, and all these other sources, if you type in Maurice Hawkins, it says Maurice Hawkins exposed, Maurice Hawkins, some about backers, this. But at the same time, when I did the arbitration, it shows you that I did not do the things that they spoke about. Those people still have those things up on the websites. Jungle Man, finding out the what happened, he put out a tweet that said, and I quote, because I like to be factual about what I'm saying.
Right.
His tweet, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. His tweet, hold on, where is it at? Here it is. In response to Denise, I got a court order with Randy. Okay, everybody knows about that. I did a breach of confidentiality. That didn't happen. Repeated concerns, and he brought up the time when the guy went all in with Queen 10, and I rivered a straight, and I had a straight, and nobody at the damn table noticed that he had a flush.
Oh
And
yeah, Dayam.
and
That was with Dayam.
and he used that with an incident saying that I was, what does it says? Multiple accounts describe him moving dealer buttons What the hell is he talking about? This is not true. That's a lie. He said on photograph and reported placing personal items on a poker felt in violation with the tournament rules to create a confusion and angle shooting. People just be, this is some more just throwing shit out there trying
Well,
to get
and I'm
attention.
glad you're bringing this up
Hold on.
because it's on my list to
Hold
bring
on.
up. It was
Take
part of the public community statement that Jungle put
Yeah,
out.
yeah. Like,
And
what the fuck is this guy talking about? He's just throwing shit out here. I thought he was on my side, and then he's just throwing out things that aren't true or factual, nowhere in America. And it's like, okay, we he went to arbitration, found out he wasn't a scam artist. Let me just throw some other shit out here. And the guy below, he posted on this. There was this guy. It was the best article I've ever read, I've ever seen in my life. His name was Platis
yeah, Platus Nicholas.
Nicholas. He posted what he said.
Like, is he on
Thumbs
your
up.
payroll?
I don't know this guy, but
I was wondering if he was on your
did
payroll
you
because I
read
was
it
like,
though?
nobody could have written something better on your behalf.
I don't even know this guy, but what he wrote was exactly what I was saying to Jungle in his comments. I say, it's as if the fact that I was vindicated, now you want to just start a different smear campaign against me out of nowhere. And then Denise goes and says that she backed out of the arbitration when that's not true. She simply admitted all her facts. He asked us questions. I admitted my facts, and he came up with his conclusion. So all of this is like moving the goalposts. And
Well,
once
I'm going to tell you, I was confused trying to go through all of the tweets and the threads and I finally was like, okay, I just like closed my laptop. I was like, I just need to take a break because it's
it's a
so
lot
much.
because the Nicholas guy, Platis
Right.
Nicholas, that dude's amazing. He broke it down when he said basically what the narrative that they're pushing frames at the end of the dispute as an act of mercy. Pratt claims intentional de-escalated because Hawkins became victims of violence, et cetera, et cetera. The signed mediation, it does not describe a voluntary withdrawal or settlement made under duress. It records a completed review of evidence under summary and findings. No conclusive fault determined, no evidence of fraud and intentional misuse. So instead of just saying, you know, this was a mediation, this is what happened, let's move on. They post what do you call it? A human, I don't even know what the hell you want to call this thing, but a community statement. How is a community statement regarding the conduct of me, bro? Like it's
Well,
not
and
that
I want to
like
ask
what do
you a
you
couple of things about this
yeah, like
because
bro, man, bro. I mean, like I told him, bro. I don't know where your smear campaign came from, but that's crazy.
well, and I'm going to tell you that I literally spent probably 8 hours between yesterday and today just trying to go through everything to have some organization about all the
because
different
because
things. And
if you look at how
it's a
much people
lot.
say about me, he's the scam artist, he's this, he's that. You want to try to find the evidence, and you just don't find it. That's why you kept on looking. But yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so let me ask you about some of the statements that were in that public community statement. And of course, I'm
Community statement about one
paraphrasing.
person. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So I'm just going to ask you, are you banned from any Florida casino for concealing tournament chips and taking chips from your opponent's stacks during a break?
No. And I would love for them to show that I'm lying. Go ahead. No, no.
Okay. The statement mentioned that you moved the dealer button to positions
What
that
is where
benefited
did that
you.
even come from? I mean, I don't know where that came from. That's just people throwing some shit at the wall saying a mistake because I've never even heard that until just now. Well, until he wrote it, of course, because like any good novel or fiction, you know, you know what I'm saying.
I hear you. Okay, so also in that Johnson interview, you said that you wouldn't call the situation with Denise a scam. What would you call it then?
Uh, a woman who told me to go home and then blocked me and then I listen. I don't want to. I don't know what you call it. I don't know. I don't know what that was. I have no clue what happened there. Let's just put it like that. The shit was baffling to me as much as it was to her.
Okay, so you're saying in the arbitration agreement, there was no non-disclosure clause, right?
No, I didn't see that anywhere in the signed agreement. I got it public on Twitter.
And I looked at what you publicly posted.
I
And
mean,
why
I
did you
don't.
choose to publish that now?
Well, listen, if a person can go in one day, Denise had Matt Berkey, Poker News, and the rest of this community that you speak of, saying that I was a scam artist off of the word of a woman with no factual backing. How is that even good? How is that even liable? How is that even possible? Do journalists not have something called integrity? Do these sites have no integrity, no factuality to the comments that come out of their mouth? I can just say, you know what, AK Johnson over here is a thief and he steals from me. I mean, I don't understand how that's even legal or possible, but it's damn sure defamation. But it's okay. I
I
posted
hear
it
you.
because if I have the right to face my accusers, right? That's like a court of law type of thing. So
Right.
if I
I,
go to court and it says that I committed no fraud and I there's no repayment to be paid, if they can say that I scammed someone, then I should be able to say that I went to court and here are the findings. Why are they so
right.
upset that I posted something?
Well, and I think
It's
it comes
because it
from,
shows that I am not what they say. But it's okay.
well, and I think you're right on that point, but I also think that people were upset because they thought there was a non-disclosure clause
Well,
that may not have been published, but there is one in existence. And
if
you're
you
saying
look
there is not.
if you look at what I signed and what Denise signed, there's not an NDA there. Trust me, I know the law. There's no NDA there. And in any court, it goes by what you sign and what's in front of you.
Right.
And it's not there because I'm looking at it right now as we speak. And there's no NDA in that. So the reason that they're focusing on an NDA and the reason they're focusing on a past judgment or a past situation that they talk about over and over again is because they want to diminish or they want to move the goalposts on the fact that Maurice did not scam her and there was no repayment. So I don't understand how foolish and how slow Americans or people can be in the fact that if you just say something, they just run with it. And
Well, and we have social media to thank for that, I'm afraid.
because even now with his public statement and everything, now if you put my name in and you ask who Maurice Hawkins is, it says everything in his public statement under the summary of who I am. And that's because people have a herd mentality and anything that someone says, it just becomes facts until you prove it. But even when you prove it, they say, why did you want to prove that it was right? But anyway, go ahead. Back to your interview.
All right. In the arbitration agreement, it talks about future staking. I was so surprised to read that. Have you and Denise discussed future staking?
Well, he asked her if you want to stake him in the future, then you guys need to be more clear. And he said that to me too. And I started laughing, but she agreed to it. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm not ever speaking to her. I saw her on the plane actually last week when I was going to Vegas. And I said nothing to her because I don't even want to breathe the same air as this woman. So, yeah,
Well, and I'm sure the feeling's mutual, right? I'm
I
sure the
hope
two
so.
of you are more than ready to part ways and be on
I
your
mean,
merry
I'm
ways.
cool. I'm good. See, the thing is, I feel like people want to use my name for clickbait and just to get famous, but it's all good. All right.
Okay,
What's your
for the
next question?
record, I was using it to troll you, but some could have said it
It's
was
all
clickbait
good.
too.
It's all good. Trust me. Trust me. This interview is gonna go viral. It's all good.
Okay, since your staking deal with Randy went wrong, why didn't you put something in writing with Denise?
We had text messages and everything.
Yeah, but more formal, more formal.
No, because I mean, I'm gonna do what I say I'm gonna do, and I thought she was gonna do what she said she was gonna do, so I just never really worried about it. But it just didn't go down that way.
Okay, I'm going to bring Chad Holloway up. He has requested, and then we'll get back to. I still have some questions about some other things,
Oh,
but
this is a Chad Holloway question. This is perfect.
um, Chad, are you there? Hello, Chad. Can you hear me? Click your microphone in the bottom left corner, Chad.
There we go. Sorry about that. You can hear me?
Yes, we can. Welcome.
Thank you.
Did you have questions or comments for Maurice?
I actually was just curious to follow up on the it's not an NDA per se, but the confidentiality, because I actually am looking at the same binding arbitration agreement that has Maurice's signature here, dated May 26th of 2025. And under Section 6, confidentiality, it says the arbitration proceedings and any related documents or communications shall remain confidential unless disclosure is required by law or necessary for enforcement of the arbitration award. I'm also looking at an email from the actual arbiter dated December 10th of this last year, so 2025, that ends with saying you both agree that arbitration would be the final and binding agreement and it would be fully confidential. So just thought I would add that to this conversation.
Would you make any comments, Maurice? Go ahead.
I just think it's funny that they focus on the fact that I showed that I didn't scam someone over the fact that they think there was an NDA. That's all. That's kind of hilarious. That doesn't make sense to me, but it's all good.
So if you
Okay.
lied about one, how could we potentially trust that you're not lying about other things, Maurice? That's the thing, is
The thing
you
is,
just want to ask questions
you
and you don't want to answer.
Chad, you just asked a question and I just answered you. I want to know. I got a question for you. Why is the focus on the fact that you think there was an NDA instead of the fact that I didn't scam her and you had a whole hour dissertation about the fact that I scammed a woman that you didn't even fact check? Explain that
Well,
to me. Explain
sure,
it.
you already credited the article for Poker News that published today that you said,
Today,
quote,
yes, but
wasn't that bad.
I'm talking about the article that you just ran one day later without fact checking the fact that I did not scam her.
So, Maurice,
Why did
how
you
many
not? Why
times
did
have
you
I
do
given?
that?
Well, I'll be happy to answer you. As you know, a primary source in journalism is to talk with somebody. If somebody's willing to go on the record and talk and share their story, then that is what they are saying, not what I am saying. And Denise was willing to talk. And everybody, Matt Berkey, myself, and I've given you this opportunity every step of the way. I've had to call in here to get a word in with you, is come tell your side of the story. And at every opportunity, you have said no, even though on the last podcast you did, you publicly said that you would. And so I would ask you, why do you keep running from it? Why don't you want to have a
I
conversation
don't trust you,
with me?
Chad, because you posted a reel about me getting beat up when a man completely assaulted me in my chair. Instead of saying that Maurice Hawkins gets assaulted at a poker game, it's Maurice Hawkins got in a brawl. A brawl is where you can defend yourself. At no point was I able to defend myself, but you ran with it that I got in a poker brawl. How do I trust a person like that? I mean,
I mean, you're you're playing semantics.
no, it's not about semantics. It's about what's proved, what you're writing on, and what people will read. People will read that I got in a poker brawl and I was talking stuff about this and talking about that. When the guy got up from his chair, walked over, and
Yes.
started swinging on me, but you didn't say that I got assaulted. You basically did the same thing WPT Gold did and put music to it and made fun of me. But yet you want me to talk to you respectfully. I don't
You
understand
put.
that.
We said that you got punched. Did you not get punched?
I,
You're saying you got assaulted. They're one and the same thing.
oh well, okay, all right, Chad, that's cool.
Yeah.
Let me ask
Well,
you something, Chad. Do you think
sure.
he got assaulted or do you think he was in a fight?
I think that he was assaulted and it was uncalled for. I would never condone the actions. I think that,
And then on top of that, Chad, you put people on your show, not you directly, in the last couple of episodes, who literally are making fun of me and saying that I'm a scam artist, and they don't even know me from the person sitting next to them. But yet you want me to talk to you in a civil manner on a show and come and think that I'm gonna trust that you have journalistic integrity. I
I want you to come share your opinion or your thoughts, just like everybody else who comes on the show
I
does.
mean,
And just like Sherry tries to do, I try to be fair and unbiased.
well, I appreciate that that's what you feel, but I just didn't feel that. So
All right. Well, I
respectfully.
understand. I want you to know then, and I'll leave it at this. Like, it has never been personal for me. It's just me doing my job. And I'm happy to see the agreement that you have with Randy. I hope you follow through with it. I hope that you do what you say with 2026 and focus on positivity and do what you need to do. And
So so
I'm
why?
tired. I'm tired of this too. I don't want to write about you. I
Oh,
don't.
okay,
It's not fun for me.
so if you know that I did not scam Denise, which the arbitration shows, then why is there a video still up saying that Maurice Hawkins exposed by Denise Pratt? That would be something that
So
should actually come down, correct?
that is not how the news cycle works.
Okay.
And in any industry, you know this to be true. You know, Michael Vick paid his debt to society for fighting dogs, but you can still go back and find the accusations about what happened there. It's the same in any news situation in any industry. That's why we do follow ups, and that's why we lead readers on the journey of the story, if you will. That's why it's important to do a follow up story every time there's a development. You view it as us continuing to, attack you, which isn't necessarily the case. As I've said before, it is simply us doing our job.
Okay. I respect that. I respect that that's your truth. No worries.
But I'll leave it at that. I appreciate the time, Sherry. Maurice, I do
You
appreciate
bet.
you talking to me. And as always, the open invitation is there if you would like to continue the conversation.
No worries, bro.
Thanks, Chad. Appreciate the questions. All right, let's go back to where we were. Um, Now that you've had time to reflect on the Eugene Castaneda home game situation and him jumping you, what do you think motivated him to jump you?
I think that dude was on. I think that dude is on some form of chemical imbalance and probably going through something in his life. And he chose that moment to try to sucker punch me and beat my ass.
Do you think he brought up in subsequent interviews that it was about you owing Rusty money. Did he also lump that you were at that time owing Denise money too? Was that part of his motivation too?
I can't speak to his mind frame of what and why that man attacked me, but I can tell you that he blatantly attacked me, and I can tell you that in the court of law he had a warrant out for his arrest, or he did not have a warrant out for his arrest because the ADA of St. Lucius sent for the warrant and the judge denied it. So there's no justice on the fact that that gentleman attacked me at all, and they're still investigating it, so to speak. So I don't really understand that, but that's just, hey, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna say that it is what it is. It's just another way people get treated in America.
Well, and I'm going to tell you, and you may already know, you probably do know that I interviewed Trey Rocks. And, I know her from playing
Oh,
poker
I
with
didn't know
her
you
down.
interviewed her. Oh,
Yeah, I did.
you're the person that interviewed her. She said she got an interview with somebody.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
I didn't know that.
you have to be thankful she caught it on video, for sure. And, are you going to give her some, maybe 10 bands or something for catching it on video for you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna give her anything, but I mean, I actually wish she didn't get it on video because, like, I mean, whatever. My whole point is just, I just don't really understand why that. I, to be honest with you, I just wish they didn't grab me once I got to my feet, though.
Well, and I get that. And you guys always, want to fight.
No, I
And
don't
we
want to
women
fight. I
know
want to
that.
defend. I wanted to defend myself.
Of
I mean, the
course, of
man just
course.
got
I
through
get
running
it.
on me. Like I
I
want.
get it.
I want my chance now.
I get
Let
it.
me get my lick back. You know what I'm saying? Like.
I get it. Now, I will say that, home security caught you going back out to your car. Did you go out there to get because we're on spaces, I got to use a code word. Did you go out and get a pew
No,
from your
I
car?
went out to my car to do what I learned in anger management. Is basically just like from my research of like situations like that. You have to go and take a moment because somebody once told me you don't want to lose your entire life or 20 years of your life because of a 30-second bad decision. So
Right.
I didn't want to the next 30 seconds to define my life for me, my kids, or my family because I love my kids and I love my family. And I love the fight that it took for me to get to where I am in this world. Because nobody really knows the Maurice Hawkins story, but that's all good. I I am happy and proud of who I am. And I just didn't want to lose all that in 30 seconds. So I went to my car.
Well, and kudos to you. for recognizing that you needed that timeout, so to speak. And, when I spoke to Trey, we talked about the videos, the camera shots from the home security, some photos she took, and she was pretty upset that somebody, and we're not going to mention names, somebody called her and kind of threatened her over
Oh yeah, he
certain.
called her and told her that she shouldn't make a statement. He called her and told her that if he does, he's going allegedly he called and told her that if he does, he's going to basically come after her and whatever. That dude think he in a mafia. I don't know what that dude think, but he's in something because he got to the judge. But I'm not gonna drop this. That dude's gonna get prosecuted, so it's all good.
Well, I can't help but think if you went to the local news with it
Oh,
that.
it's always def and you get 1 year to prosecute somebody on assault. So it's not over. I'm just one of those type of people that I like to do a slow burn. I like to see how things are gonna fall. The detective says that he's still investigating it, and we'll see how that works out. But if people don't do what they supposed to do, I'm forced to hands of law. Don't worry. See,
Now, have you been banned from that home game?
I haven't tried to go back to the home game. I don't feel safe there, so I'm not going there.
Well, understandably so. And like I told Trey, if I was at a home game and that happened, I would hope that the law would
I'm
be
not going. Why would I ever go
would,
back there? And the dude had a
yeah.
gun on his waistband, wanting to fake pulling it or trying to pull it or whatever, and got people walking around with straps and shit. I'm not going back there. I'm worth too much money. You know what my focus is for 2026 is to play my tournaments, be with my family, and mind my own business, and intentionally get people to keep my name out my mouth, out their mouth. I mean,
Right.
yeah. So that's it. And
What?
you got me live here, but yet all these people say that I'm a scam artist, but nobody came on here saying what about the scam they say I did. So I'm just curious about that. It's crazy.
Well, and I'm going to tell you something. I heard about you probably 7, 8 years ago. I think you may have won a ring or something because I'm in Atlanta, so I go to Harrah's, North Carolina, Cherokee,
Yeah,
and
a
so
honey hole.
yeah. And I want to say you may have just like recently won a ring or something, and I was going up there and whatever. And I heard your name, right? And, there were people that are like, oh, he's such a jackass.
Those
Oh, he's
people
such
love
an
me in
asshole.
Turkey.
And,
They love me in
well,
Turkey.
but let me tell you what this is in reference to, right? It's your table persona, right? And so I was taking photographs at the time. At Harris Cherokee. And so I was like, I'm going to see what he does at the table that gets people so riled because I love some good shit talk on the felt. I'm going to be honest with you. And so, I kind of hovered around your table to see like what your game is at the table as far as talking, your talking game. And, I walked away thinking he's just a shit talker. He's got people on tilt because he's a shit
See,
talker at the
the
table.
thing about people is they don't understand that emotional intelligence is something totally different than intelligence. How you
Right.
respond to antagonistic situations in the heat of a moment will tell you a lot about your character. And a lot of people aren't used to a person just talking in general. They can't think.
Right.
Like it's kind of like if you go to McDonald's and
It's confusing to them.
somebody have to give you 40% change and you give them 1040 and they're like, oh, what do I do? And you talk to them, they can't think. So just talking in general makes people not be able to think. So I mean, I'm not the nicest person. I ruffle feathers. I do what I do, but at the end of the day, it's a game, and I play the game as such. I mean,
And I will tell you, people have stood up for you, on social media, the whole Gulf Coast crew, they stand up loud and proud for you and say, people have a misunderstanding about you. And, the thing I say is, okay, maybe you've done some things I don't like, and I would wish that maybe you would, not do in the future
I
and
understand.
make right. But that doesn't mean you're a bad poker player. Like your 21
Oh,
rings
oh,
dictate
it's
otherwise.
about diminishing. It's kind of like Chad just came over here and talked about an NDA, and at no point did he ever talk about um, the fact that I was vindicated from what he posted. I mean, he might be a great person, but it's all about the fact that people don't want to focus on the fact that Maurice wins all the time. I win all the time. Not sometimes. I went to Southern Indiana. I got second. I went to Potawatomi. I should have won that tournament. I was chip leader the whole time. I got ninth. I left there. I went and won somewhere else. I went and won somewhere else. If they have to be honest with themselves, I probably make them feel like less than. Therefore, they want to talk about anything they think they know to be bad about me. I'm done talking. All right, go ahead.
Well, now tell me, like, what responsibility do you take in any of the things that have gone on? The situation with Denise, the situation with Randy, the situation with Eugene and the fight. And we know he attacked you, so don't take this question wrong. But like, what responsibility do you take in those instances?
Um, with the Randy thing, the responsibility I take is maybe I can ignore um, emotional conversations and be more lenient to the fact that people have their own persona, personal point of view, and still be the same, do the right thing in those situations and not get emotional. The Eugene thing, that was just a blatant attack. I don't know about that. And the Denise thing, I don't really want to listen. I did nothing wrong to that lady, so I don't take no responsibility in that. I did nothing.
Do you feel any kind of responsibility to pay her back anything?
No, I didn't do anything wrong, and we went with our agreement. And nope, I don't owe her a thing. So, I mean, that's what we found as well. So, nope.
Okay. Um, Let me just ask you this as another question off the long list that I was had submitted to me. Has anyone threatened you or Denise because of the staking deal going bad?
Of course, I get threatened all the time. I can show you my DMs. If I showed you how many people call me a racist slur on
Oh,
every other day, I mean, in the when I was deep in the main event in the chats, they were talking about stringing me up from a tree. I mean, like, if I was a mentally unstable or mentally soft, mentally weak person, I wouldn't be able to keep playing with all of the negative comments that people throw at me. Think about this. Last week, the same time Denise was going on, I got heads up for a ring. We chopped the tournament, and the
right.
dude won the ring. But like, I'm gonna keep going. Like, their words aren't gonna make me stop. I mean, I get threatened all the time. Somebody told me they're gonna come to my house. I mean, whatever, man. People threaten all the time, so I can't worry
It's
about that. I
crazy.
can't worry about that.
No, I hear you. I hear you.
Because at the end of the day, like, that dude attacked me from the side at a home game. He had a gun, and I still told him to pull it because I'm from a place where do whatever you say you're gonna do, bro. But at the end of the day, nobody's gonna really come at me like that. So I just don't understand. So I'm sorry.
That's okay. I mean, you're entitled to your opinion about
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah,
right? And
right.
so, and how you
Nobody,
feel
they
about it.
can talk all
So,
they want. Nobody's gonna square up like that for real. So yeah, moving on.
okay, so in one of what seems a million of tweets, it was stated that Denise and John Dorsey paid for the arbitration. Who's John Dorsey?
John Dorsey and Jungle Man paid for the arbitration. Denise didn't pay for the arbitration.
Oh, okay. So that was a misquote then.
Yeah,
How come they paid for it and you and Denise did not? Just something you guys all agreed
Denise
on?
paid for hers, and at the time I didn't have 600 to send in, so Jungle Man said that I'll do it, and that was that. I thought he really cared about me, but that's crazy. I don't know.
I'm going to tell you, I was surprised because I did remember, and I went back and rewatched that interview with Johnson because I was like, I swear to God, in that interview, Maurice was giving him
I mean,
flowers
yeah, but
about being
I mean,
supportive. And then how did we get to this point?
I don't
I
know.
still don't understand.
Overnight, the dude just went at me. I don't know what's up with this guy. Like, you know, it's funny. He's like, he probably got lost in the sauce somewhere and believed something somebody told him, and then just And he's got thousands and thousands of followers, and so I mean, whatever. They're not gonna stop me from playing, so it's all good. I saw a petition.
Speaking of play, hey, speaking of playing, are you going to the Beau Rivage for the
A
heater?
hundred,
Somebody
a
asked that.
100%. I leave in the morning. 100%. Six
Okay.
6 a.m.
I don't know if I'm going or not. I've got so much going on right now. I don't think I can go, but I would love to. But I see some folks down listening and they'll be there for sure.
Mm.
Um, so I wish I could. I don't know. I still may sneak down there. I'm still wishy washy, I guess is my point.
I'm gonna win three or
Um,
four tournaments there.
I love it. Love it. Is there anything that you would like to bring up or tell us about that you think we need to know about or we might misunderstand about or there's and to Chad's I'm going to say something to in Chad's defense that they're never going to take down those recordings because those are their
Oh, they gonna
archives.
take them down. Don't worry.
Well, I'm just going to tell you.
No,
Now, if a lawsuit occurs and they're made to, that's
they're
different. But
gonna
I'm
take
just
them.
saying,
They're
as
gonna
an
take them
overall
down,
policy,
voluntary or involuntary.
I hear
It's
you.
coming. Don't worry about
As, as an overall
it.
policy,
Yeah,
though,
yeah, I get
they're
it.
not going to take
Yeah,
them
I
down.
understand,
So,
but they will.
to their credit.
Yeah, it's okay. They gonna learn. It's okay. But
All right. So, is there anything you'd like to touch on that I haven't brought up that you think we misunderstand or need to know more
no,
about? Or,
I just really don't understand. Like um the I believe that the people who look at me don't understand me. And just because you don't understand me doesn't mean that I am a bad person. Maybe you should just seek understanding. I am boisterous, I'm boastful, I talk a lot of shit, I have a good time, but I don't cheat anybody in poker. And I don't understand why I get treated different than anybody else, but I know why. It's because I win all the time and I make them feel some type of way. And if you look at all of the great players in basketball, Jordan talks shit. He's the GOAT. Um,
LeBron?
LeBron talks shit, and he's the GOAT. In football, Michael Irvin talks shit. He's a GOAT. Uh,
You can't forget Deion
Deion
Sanders
Sanders talks shit.
was the chief of
I
talking
mean,
shit.
and look what they did to his son. So I mean, yeah, I mean, it's obvious what's going on, but it's okay. You're just not used to a person that they tell you what they're about to do and they do it. And I really don't care about your feelings. So if you don't understand me, it's okay. I'm a great guy, but if you don't understand me, you just don't understand me. But don't call me names that you don't know nothing about. It's kind of hurtful, a lot, but it don't hurt me, but it is hurtful. You got me.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
And
And
I got
just
kids too. Like I got a 23-year-old that's in the Navy. I got a 21-year-old that's going to med school. I got kids. They read this foolishness that's not true. They love me no matter what. They're not hurt by it.
of
But
course.
like, come on, man. Like, what are you guys doing? They don't have most of the time it's people that don't have a family that don't have anything going for themselves, and they just want to spout things online. And and last but not least, I shouldn't have to defend myself against baseless accusations just because somebody says it. And that's something
Well,
that's very sad about the community that we live in. Just because
well, and
you
it's
come in,
this social media.
right,
It's
just
social
because
media.
you come out and say that that's a this or that's a that, I shouldn't have to come out and respond to the fact that you're saying whatever it is that you're saying. I got more things to worry about, like my family life, my mentality, my mindset, and what I'm going to do and how I'm going to change my game and provide for my family and become and stay relevant and stay the best and keep making things happen. So I have a different take on the fact that if someone comes out and blatantly lies about you, that I should have to come and defend myself. I don't think that's the reality of life, but that's the reality that some people live in, and that's it.
And sad but true. I'm going to make a couple announcements. First, many thanks to my sponsor, Elevated Results. Check them out on their website at elevatorresultspt.com.
What is that? What is
Also,
elevator results?
Elevator Results is my son's company. He's in partnership with a guy out of California that has a major gym and it's
Okay,
personal training
sounds
via
amazing.
via electronic device,
Okay.
and it's really kind of cool. You could pull them up on your TV, and they'll train you, and
Okay. Okay.
they're doing very
Well,
well.
shout
So
out to
yeah,
them. Shout out to Elevator Results. Okay.
thank
All
you. Appreciate that. Also, I had a DM from somebody asking me if the replay of this recording will be available. And yes, it'll be on my Twitter account. It'll be pinned. And also in a day or two, it'll be on my YouTube channel with all the other recordings of my spaces and interviews. So some folks are blocked because they're trolls, Maurice, so they can't come in here and listen live, but they can listen to the replay on my
right.
YouTube channel.
Appreciate that. I like that you
Apps.
block trolls.
Yeah, I don't put up with the bullshit.
Yeah, I appreciate
People in here will tell you,
appreciate that.
you act like a fool, you get blocked, and there's no going back. Uh,
You play kid games, you win kid prizes, right?
there you go. Fuck around and find out. ASG, go ahead and ask Maurice or make comments all you want, buddy. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, I just saw a reply to this thread, so I know you've been busy, so I just want to kind of ask a question based
Perfect.
on that. So you said about how you roll yourself for your tournaments. So I was just uh, wanted you to expand upon that, especially since you said like that you didn't have the 600 for the arbitration, and they brought up the Garcia, like how long it's been, and now these installments. So how exactly do both of those co-work at the same time?
Um, I,
Like
I'm trying.
how can you buy your?
Yeah, you. So you're basically saying, how is it I didn't have $600? That's what you're saying, right?
Well, how is it that you don't wasn't able to pay Randy and you didn't have $600, and you're saying that you
I think
pay for your
I
tournaments
addressed the fact
yourself?
with the Randy situation already about the fact that I believe that emotions got involved in that. I think I discussed that earlier in this. And then the 600 time, I don't know what I didn't have 600 at the time that they were needing that guy to get paid. So that's just that. I don't really know how to answer that.
Okay, no,
But
no, I was just talking
but
about
to
the
help it out,
installments, not like the
but
alternative.
if people were really wondering, I live in the best part of Florida, have a really nice car, have a really nice house, and I pay my bills every month, so I can and I take care of my family. So if they're wondering about my well being, I mean, I got that. But yeah, I don't know what the I don't know what the answer is to that. So I tried to answer.
Okay, and then a question for myself, because I was just curious, because I didn't like hear the whole story about you being attacked, but I heard like ins and outs of it. So like, why did you come back after taking that deep breath, especially after the person was still there, rather than just leaving?
Oh, because I wanted an apology from him, as it's shown in the second event in the second video. I said, "You're gonna give me an apology or something." I wanted an apology after he attacked me
Well, I meant, why'd you keep playing in the game?
because I wanted to win money.
Okay, okay,
I won
I
8,000 that day. Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay, anybody else in the audience that would like to come up and ask questions or make comments, you are more than welcome to do so. I see Chad he's still showing as a speaker. So Chad, is there anything else you'd like to add or ask?
I think he gone.
Oh, he may be gone. And unfortunately, Twitter is glitchy. So sometimes people look like they're still speakers and they're not. So we just roll with it and keep on going. Go ahead, Isaac. Welcome, buddy.
What's up, Geddes?
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Oh, go ahead.
Funny enough, I see Chad as a speaker as well too. Still, no, actually, my only question was because I don't know all of your story. Is when you started playing and whatnot, did you find your game naturally? Were you trained? Is there anybody that you
Yes.
studied
So
under
it's
or somebody?
crazy. It's crazy you say that. So I just used to find people that I thought were really, really good at the game. And I would go around them when they were drinking and listen to them talk about poker. And anybody that would talk during the breaks, or I just would always just be listening, and I try to merge their game into my game. And people will talk about spots and give good breakdowns without you even like paying them a dollar. So that's pretty much how I got better at poker, man. And it wasn't until
That's bars.
yeah,
Yo,
yeah, that's pretty
that's
much
fucking
what I
bars.
did.
No, seriously,
That's the
I
reason why
love
I don't
that.
talk poker with nobody. That's the reason, unless
That's
like I'm getting paid, but that's the real reason right there.
right.
Yeah, And that's the
No,
reason
but
why I'm better
that
than. That's the reason why. Hold on, not to cut you off, but that's the reason why I'm so much better than most people is because they all share information and play like robots and play all the same game theory, and I just play different than them. I mean, just in general. Like, yeah. Go ahead. My bad.
Oh no, man, shit! I'm. That sounds amazing. Teach me your kung fu, right? Like, yo,
I got you.
that's what's up, though. That's what's up. I vibe with that though. I like that. I like that. By listening,
Yeah,
because
just
I learn
listening,
a lot by listening. So
listening,
very good.
adapting, and even it's just even the foreigners they talk about their spots and their EV plus B big blinds. I mean, it's crazy.
Well, and I find it funny, and people, I'll probably get a backlash for this, that people think that I should talk a certain way when I'm describing my game and what a hand is. I don't have to say how many big blinds and what position. I can say and describe it any way I want
I
to.
mean,
Like,
it's your it's
who is
your
the
it's
language police
yeah.
in poker that's telling everybody when you describe a hand, you have to say
Miss
it
Cherry,
this
the
way?
funniest thing about people when playing poker is this. Everyone's under this real conception that this hand or this spot has been solved and this here works and that here works. But when you look at it, I don't think any of those people win at poker. So I mean, I don't know.
No, I
I
hear
don't
you.
know what
I
they're
hear
following, but they ain't winning no money. So it's solved to be broke.
And I'm going to tell you, I was studying, I'm not even going to mention the pros, who it is, but I was studying his content because I really love the way he delivers content, right?
Yeah.
And I'm always trying to improve my game, no doubt about it. And this was probably 7, 8 years ago. I don't even remember. And I had just like watched a video on something that he put out. And then I watched him like on Poker Go. And he was completely not playing at all like he was teaching us how
They
to
don't.
play. And
They
I
don't.
and I was like,
They
"Wait a
don't. That's the
minute."
reason why. That's the reason why the people that I've taught is a 3 months training course, and it's in person, and I really teach them how I play poker. These guys, they throw out what they're doing is they throw out all this content, all this information, all these charts, all these graphs, all this and all that, and what they're really doing is just trying to have people sit in front of the screen for hours at a time, justifying why they're getting paid what they're getting paid. Those people are never going to win under no circumstances.
Well, and I'm going to tell you, he even mentioned on the live stream, okay, if you watch my content, this is not how I teach it, but I'm going to do this today or
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah.
And I was like, "Wait,
Hilarious.
what?"
Yeah, well,
Like he actually said it out loud. I was like, "What the hell is going on here?"
yeah,
But I
crazy.
see we have a new speaker that joined us, Geddes Cooper. Welcome to the panel. Go ahead and make your comments or ask your questions.
Hey, how are you guys? I didn't have any comments. I just came to show support. Maurice is a
What up,
longtime friend
Getty?
of mine. I've known him since. How you doing,
I'm
Maurice?
chilling, man.
Yeah, I've known him since probably the late '90s, early 2000s. We were two of the earliest poker
Yeah,
players, especially African American poker players in South
yeah,
Florida. So I've known him a
yeah.
long time. So I just came to show
Nice
my
to see
support.
you, bro.
Well, that's
Glad
also
to be here.
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Glad you joined us. Go ahead, Isaac.
Okay,
Mhm.
I think it's my last question. Um, were you, or did you teach yourself bankroll management? Were you listening to yourself in the beginning
Oh,
when you were
bro,
playing,
I'm
or
gonna
did
be
something help you figure it
all
out?
right. I'm gonna be 100 with you. What makes me great at poker makes me terrible at bankroll management. I will take my last $2 and put it on a game and run the poker tournament as far as I can go. I will if I got $400, I'll spend the 400 on the game. If I got 1,000 and the tournament's 1,000, the game's 1,000, I'll put 1,000 on that. I don't care, bro. $1,000 tournament and I got $1,000 in my bankroll, I'm running it. I always said that you got to believe in yourself. So I don't have great bankroll management. If I had great bankroll management, I would be able to sit here and tell you that I moved up in the stakes doing this and that. I'm just gonna take every shot that's in front of me, and I believe that I'm gonna always win. And if I don't win, I'll figure out a way to get in and win. Then you know what I'm saying? I'm just being,
Do you know
Let's
I'm just
fucking
being
do you
go.
know
100.
who told us the story about taking his last few $100 And he quit his job as a dealer. He was in Reno as a dealer, and he quit his job as a dealer because there was a player at the table that was just harassing the hell out of him while he was in the box. That he quit his job to follow this person around that series and take every penny the guy had. But he only went into the day. I can't remember. I want to say it was less than $1,000, and he walked away a millionaire after a week, and that was Scotty Wynn.
I can tell you some real life stuff, and I'm gonna talk real quick so that it's not drawn out. I used to go to Bahamas and play a free roll tournament, and the first place was like 32,000, and it happened every 2 months, and I would go every 2 months and win that tournament like 2 3 times a year, and that's how I kept my bankroll up. I would play sit and goes, 250s, 500, $1,000, $1,000 sit and goes, and I would live the life and make $20,000, $30,000 a month, and that's how I kept my bankroll up. I would then I started traveling the circuit and playing the circuit, and people say, how did you end up with 21 rings? Because anytime I got effed up, I would go back on the circuit and win me a tournament for 30, 40,000 and have my 40,000, come home and do some other stuff. I mean, I would play home games and play in casinos and make $1,000 every. I mean, I went to the Kennel Club and played the $75 tournament for a week straight and won $2,000 a week playing 60 and $75 tournaments. I would travel. I mean, bro, I didn't. I went to the Bahamas with $2,000 in my pocket. Walked up to Bill Perkins. He put up 5,000, and I end up mincat. I end up making 83,000 in the EPT. In the EPT main. The Borgata, the 3,500. I went there, and Sean Kunix had put me in, and we had just started working together, and I made 200,000 or whatever. I mean, bro, I used to just. I've been all over doing everything. So bankroll management has never been a thing in my brain. It's just I pay my bills. If I got some more money to eat with, I do that. If I got $2,000 and me and my girl want to go out, we go out to eat. Spend the whole 2,000. Figure it out later because life is for the living, my guy. So I'm done.
Living on the edge. That is should be the name of
Hey,
your bibliography.
yeah,
Hey,
No, like
Karen
I said, my,
Chess,
my, my
welcome.
only response again is bars and let's fucking go.
yeah.
Thank you for that, Maurice.
No worries, bro.
Welcome, Karen Chess. You have comments or questions for Maurice?
Yeah, I apologize. It's so noisy. Um,
It's okay. She's on the phone.
yeah, so I'm just stepped away from the table for a second. So, Maurice, I met you recently in Cherokee. I played with you, and it's embarrassing, but I accidentally slow rolled you in the 40-40-40.
Oh yeah, you the lady I said. You the lady I said. I know you didn't mean that intentionally, but it's true.
Yeah,
I remember you.
yeah. And then I knocked you out like three hands later. And oh my God, I was so happy because you were so tough to play with.
Yeah.
Man, you're so aggressive. You play every hand. I was like, God damn, I'm so happy we got rid of Maurice. Then you came back later. Then you came back
Yeah,
later.
with the tip
Like,
lead.
like fucking whack-a-mole. I'm like, God damn it, he's back. But
Hey, nice playing with you,
anyway,
Karen. That was
it
amazing.
was it was fun. Sorry again about the
Oh, that was a
slow
massive slow
roll.
roll, but I can see it in your brain. You didn't know you had it, and you had it. You was like, "Oh, I
I
got
didn't.
it."
I know. The joy. I went from despair to joy, and you went from joy to
It
despair.
hurt too.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. I'll remember that for the rest of my life.
Okay,
But I
I
will
gotta get
tell
back.
you, Maurice, she has been
What
talking to us about that ever since. Let me tell you,
I have
she
been.
keeps telling us, I took
It
out
was,
She
Maurice.
did, 100%.
but I was honest about the slow roll too, and that was
Yes,
embarrassing
you
to
were.
me. I was. Okay, guys, I enjoyed this interview so much. I gotta get back to the
All
table
right,
though.
bye,
So
Kim.
bye,
Good luck,
guys.
girl. Love it.
Yeah, I'm
Love
ready.
it. Love it.
So,
She was so excited to take your ass out. I'm just going to tell
well, she
you.
did it too, though. But it was painful, and she slow rolled me, but I let her have it because I know she didn't mean it on purpose, so it was all good.
Yeah, she
She's
did. She's
smart.
like, I know he thinks I did it
No,
on
I didn't go
purpose, but
off.
I
No, I just
didn't.
let her have it. I told her. I even gave her a hug. It was crazy.
No, she did. She said you were very sweet
Yeah,
about it for
it was
sure.
crazy though. It happened. Yeah, but. Is
Well,
that it?
um,
Nobody got any
I think
questions? We good?
I don't see any hands
All
up, no
right.
requests. And
Okay.
I'm going to say a couple things to you, Maurice. First of all, I appreciate your time
Hmm.
and your willingness to come and let me ask you whatever I wanted to ask you
Yep.
on behalf of my listeners and the poker community. And I also want people to realize that we all are human, we all make mistakes, and we all should respect each other no matter what. And it's okay if we don't like each other, it's okay if we love each other, but we must always respect each other. It's very important that we get along. Doesn't mean we have to be friends, but we should just get along as fellow human beings. And ASG, go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, I just wanted to go back to something way in the beginning when
Sure.
you talked about or Maurice, you talked about how you think of yourself in regards to the Poker Hall of Fame and that kind of question. I was wondering if you think Ari Engel and Dan Lowry should be in the Poker Hall of Fame, or the circuit is disrespected, or if you had any thing you wanted to say about that.
Ari Engel is a GOAT. He definitely should be in the Hall of Fame. He should be in right now. Um,
He is so
I
good.
mean, Ari was actually in a staking group with me, and I used to wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning and listen to Ari coach for a whole year, for a whole summer straight. And that's why when I got Breakout Poker Player of the Year and he got GPI Moment of the Year or something like that, we was at the same table when I looked at him and I said, Ari, how about some more lessons? But Ari is one of the best poker players ever to play the game. So he definitely should be in the Hall of Fame right now. Lowry is also a great poker player, uh, but Ari definitely should be in the Hall of Fame right now.
I have much appreciation for both of those gentlemen. I've interviewed both of them. Have spent some time with Dan on the road, of course, and I have much
I mean,
respect for them as human
Dan has
beings.
won a 10K senior bracelet, if I'm not mistaken. And
Yeah,
Dan has
this in the
won,
last
and
6 months.
Dan should have won the prime last year. I mean, Dan's a GOAT too. I mean, the thing
Absolutely.
about it is, I feel like the Hall of Fame is a popularity contest as opposed to really looking at the merits. Because how is Ari Engel not in the Hall of Fame, and how is Dan Lowry not in the Hall of Fame?
Well, I don't know if Ari's old enough.
Uh,
Ari may not be old enough yet. And let's not forget that we just need to be able to give that award to more than one person a year. That's really limiting. We have millions of poker players, and we're putting one person in a year. So
I
we need to
mean,
look at that as a community.
I mean, just I don't, that real life though. That shit don't mean anything. I mean,
I hear you,
Ari out there eating, Dan out there eating. That's all that really matters.
but it's still nice to have some recognition when you're working so hard at your craft. I
That's
don't
true too.
care.
I guess recognition among your peers. I got
Yeah. I mean, you were a football player. Wasn't it awesome when you guys won the fucking
you. Yeah, it
trophy?
was amazing. Yeah, being captain of a football team was pretty amazing. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
I mean, it is what it is. But I'm going to say I appreciate your time. And I hope that questions were answered for folks, that whether they like the answer or not, I don't care. I just hope that the questions were answered, because guess what? We all are entitled to our opinions, and it's
and
okay whether we agree or
1 second, how
disagree.
old do you have to be to get in the Hall of Fame?
Is it 40?
Ari
I
Engel
believe
is
it's 40.
Ari Engel is 42 years old. How the hell is he not in the Hall of Fame?
Gosh, how has he not even been nominated? Does he play high stake? Wait, he may not. Does he play high stake cash games?
I mean, damn, you got to play cash games to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, there's a whole litany of rules. I'll
Whatever.
send them to you.
Whatever. All right, y'all. Let's get off this thing. All right, y'all have a great day, bro. Y'all take it easy.
Thanks, Maurice. Happy New
Happy New
Year.
Year.
And let's clean that
Hey,
slate so we can just root you on for
hey,
poker.
he who without sin throw the first stone. I'll talk to you later.
Hey,
Amen.
I agree, buddy. Thanks
All right,
again.
bye.
And everybody, thank you for joining us this evening. I hope that you got an insight into the way Maurice ticks. And I hope I asked questions that helped you to understand the situations he's gotten himself into. And if not, I'm sorry I didn't hit the nail on the head. But appreciate all of you tuning in. ASG or Isaac, would you like to say anything before I sign off, my friends? Thank you.
No, yeah. Looking forward to the next one.
Appreciate it. We have Mike Holtz on Friday. We might have somebody still waiting for confirmation on Thursday. So it's going to be a full week. I went from 1 day to possibly 3 days this week, but it's okay.
Yes, it
I've
is.
had a break. It's a little crazy, but Isaac, anything before we sign off?
Nah. Just another good one, another great one, and what a way to start the year. So, yep,
Happy New Year.
yep.
All right, people. Thank you so much. I
Remind
appreciate
people,
everybody that
actually,
tuned
but
in.
before
Go
you,
ahead.
I know you don't, but remind everybody if you also want to like know when future amazing interviews such as happen, make sure you guys put on post notifications for Sherry.
Oh, thanks, pal. And don't forget the replays are on my Twitter. I'm not my Twitter, on my YouTube account, Sherry Pluskota 9212. I am a little bit behind on some of the WPT because my IT guy's been on vacation. So I think I have 6 or 7 episodes that need to get uploaded. But anyway, we'll get this up in the next couple of days for those that are blocked on Twitter because they're trolls. Anyway, appreciate all of you. Happy New Year. And I want to, continue that prayer chain for Fats, who's battling his health issues. So keep him in your prayers. Thank you, one and all. Good night.